Alright, here we are. Something you might not know about the Big Fresh is that we are one of the world's premier supporters of esports. So today we're going to be broadcasting our first StarCraft game. So this is a highly anticipated game with OG versus apparently some hieroglyphics. So what you're going to see out of OG is some really aggressive early play as he wants to completely blow his opponent out of the water. We're really going to see a lot of aggression from original gangster Salty Mike Controller against his hated rival, line pointed up that's underlined E, a really shitty retarded T, a slightly smaller E, a really thick vertical line, a circle with some shit below it, a circle with some shit above it, and another circle with some shit above it. So we're going to get right back into the game here. What you're going to see right here is a pointy, steely blue nipple shooting some goo up into the Earth's atmosphere, assuming this is Earth. This may be the first game of StarCraft I've casted or even seen, but I'm going to do my absolute best here. So right there you can see an interdimensional portal opened right next to a spinning blue clit. Some really amazing play here as we see a prolapsed anus pulsating as it grows. That's pretty much all that's going on there. Another interdimensional portal as some drones bang each other over some shiny blue crystals. You can forget about Steven Universe because that's my kind of gem. Here we have a lonely warrior looking for love, but he failed to find it. That relationship never would have worked anyway. He's strolling up into the enemy base to look for some other hot alien booty, but he's turning around. I guess he got a little bit distressed there. I guess he got a little bit nervous. It happens to the best of us. I know it happens to me every time I try to approach a woman. So nothing else going on here except for our hero doing a little jig, trying to build up the confidence to maybe get some numbers. Hopefully we see that before the end of the game and he gets something done. So now we got two blue waffle spinning clits nearly touching each other. So unfortunately this video is rated R. Alright, we got some shiny green stuff going into the nip. And we got another interdimensional portal or opening on top of some bombed out ground. Here we can see a shitty organic alien Hindenburg covered in shit, slowly moving towards its target without a sense of purpose. It kind of looks like a cockroach filled with helium that's suffering from depression. Alright, we got a few actual guys running out here, some maggots crawling around. We might actually see some assault here as this drone, this lonely alien drone is being surrounded by little tiny ship particles that get stuck if you don't shave your ass hair. Alright, we got Stargate SG-1 happening live on this ramp. Pretty impressive. Alright, this chase is going nowhere horribly fast. That alien animal did not seem to care about the chase. It's just blind to violence at this point. So here we go. The chase comes to an end. We're in pursuit of a black male headed eastbound on... Okay. Well, he gave up on that chase like a child with leukemia gives up after 6 to 8 months, so we're not going to see much more after that. We got some more glowing happening. It's like we're at a Skrillex show at midnight. That's what it looks like up in this bitch. So now we have some larger spider-like creatures hatching out of their eggs. Okay, I'm pretty excited to see what we're going to see next here. Alright, we got a heated debate down in the comments below as a dual-wielding cybernetics core completely causes some crush porn on that poor innocent cockroach. Alright, but now we got a bunch of fire ants coming, also known as spicy boys. They're gonna try to surround the enemy and do some real kung fu shit here. Alright. So after creating a gigantic diamond, the aliens decided that war was bad as they all tried to get extremely high on this shining blue light. It looks like that shining blue light might have actually turned into a cloud as they retreat. As you can see, it's 39 to 43. It's 39 out of 42 versus 43 out of 44. So that's really telling, generally speaking. Alright. I can tell you right now, this is very bad for orgasmic green smiley microcock as he takes on his opponent, the Egyptian. this more light to this show than it takes to kill 15 epileptics. This is like an episode of Dragon Ball Z with a glow stick dumped on top of it, but that's what you get when you're playing high-level StarCraft 2, as you guys all know, I'm sure. Alright, so here this particularly disgusting anus is having quite the orgasm, as it's about to splurge some low-level goo, some very undense orgasmy glue. Not like anything anusy, just like, you know, secrete a lot of sweat that happens when you're having a lot of anal sex. Not that I would know what that's like, but a lot of action right now. It seems like everybody's preparing for round 2. Everybody's decided that they wanted to call a ceasefire, but we really need to see OGSMC pull something out of the gate here, and he's done it. He's done it. He's found the Ark of the Covenant in those bushes this whole time. He has found enlightenment. He has found everything that he needs in order to be the superior race. He's dead. Well, we all should have known that was going to happen. He has to pull something out here. He really does have to pull... Oh, he did it. He did it. He disappeared. His entire army is invisible. He's done it. There's no way he could possibly lose this game now. Never mind. Some of his forces have reappeared. This could be different. This could be interesting. This could be very interesting. But it looks like instead it wasn't. So we're really going to need to see something happen here. Both these guys are at a stalemate. They're afraid to go on the offense because they're both very powerful. But right here it appears that our good friend OG is about to be haunted by some of his ancestors as two ghosts leisurely walk towards the enemy base. What's going to happen here? We don't know. They've strolled right in. Nobody seems to mind. And they go right at it, shanking everyone they see in their homeland like they're two violent Mexican immigrants. Alright. The ghost's brother was killed. I'm sure he will not rest until vengeance is had as he runs back to his homeland across the border. Wow. That's going to be a lot of units to overcome with one small Death Knight walking with a cloak. Alright, so what are we going to see here? As we can see, the blue androids have amassed a small force of themselves, but can they really compete? Can they really compete with the onslaught of arachnids and bugs in general? I guess we'll find out. Ostrich Gaming Salsa Macro Crunch really needs to figure out what he's going to do next here. He really needs to... Alright, well, it appears that the two armies are actually... Okay. He was held directly at bay there. It seems that some more pulsating diamonds have been generated, thus causing him to turn tail and run. We've got a lot of activity going here. This has become a very highly populated city. Alright. So we just got a... We just had a blimp decimated by a couple of men with phaser pistols. Here we can tell this is going to be a long war of attrition. Settle down, this might be 10 years. This might equal the Vietnam War in length and in ferocity. We might see some Agent Orange being dumped to try to settle the stalemate. We might see political affiliations change. We might see betrayal. We might see love. We might see lust. But here we've got some giant crabs barfing some lasers onto some more innocent bystanders as they walk away. Alright. Here we have Altair from Assassin's Creed just taking out miner after miner at this home base here. And nobody seems to mind until they decide they did, and all did their part. Alright, here we have a war crime going on against a giant boulder. And it looks like the wall is down, the cons are coming. Everybody protect your wives from the mongrels. They've broken the wall, they're surrounded by glowing force fields, they're shooting lasers. This is terrible. This is like what the space Americans did to the space Native Americans. This is horrible. This is just a one-sided beatdown. This game is rapidly getting out of control of OG SMC. He can control the mic, but he can't control the keyboard, it seems. I don't know, man. I didn't even know Egyptians had computers. Okay, we got a lot of action going on now. This is the Tet offensive of motherfucking StarCraft. This is like the lunar landing meets the Normandy landing. We got lots of action. Although it is something to note that the alien player has spread a lot of his shitty gray ashy sandwich spread all over the map, so that could be a factor. Oh man, we got reinforcements porting in from HQ right now. Oh wow, this is just a massive force about to meet. This is like two very muscular men having sex. You almost feel like, man, who's gonna get hurt? We are seeing some extremely high level play here. Okay. So, man, I feel bad for that guy that was on fire. That's not fun. He just, you know, got covered in napalm like he was a Tibetan protester. Okay. We have an army roughly the size of China's about to take on an army roughly the size of my asshole. After a fun night. So, there's a lot going on right here. We got some birds flying, we got lasers flying, we got acid. Oh my goodness. They're cut off. They're all dying. I could tell there's two of those cockroaches just looking at each other through those force fields. Hands on either side of the glass saying, "I'll see you on the other side," as he gets wasted. Oh Jesus, this is a massacre. On par with Wounded Knee right now. I feel like we should just be silent and somber in this moment. Oh man, we have an entire Aerie division diarrheaing on the ground right now. We've got the entire alien players' air force diarrhea vomiting onto the ground. I guess it's to boost morale. I know it works for some people. I, on the other hand, have seen 2 girls, 1 cup, and I'm not interested in that. Okay. They pretty much traded armies there. The losses are in the millions. Is war all they know? Okay. Well, it looks like Altair from earlier has successfully... or the ghost from earlier has successfully retreated, fucking got a new boyfriend, and now they're stealthily stabbing the side of a building, which I know is the best way to cause socioeconomic damage to an enemy and more. Okay. More carnage ensues. More carnage pursues. Alright. Man. I don't even know what to say here. Ocean gunball sensation minuscule cock-a-doodle-doo really needs to pull something out of the bottom of his hat, pull it to the top of his hat, and then swallow whatever is in that hat and floss himself with it. We're really going to need to see a miracle right here. We're really going to need to see something impressive happen in order for him to take this back. Because as of right now, the gap is just increasing more and more as the onslaught of the overlords moves forward. Oh, they gotta stop this. Stop the fight, ref. Stop the fight. Okay, it's over. Well, that's it. See ya.